Hello everybody, technology, utility with room for up to 7 people, and of course luxury. You can have it all in the 2020 Mercedes-Benz GLE350. Let's check it out. So here we have it, the 2020 GLE350, really a nice looking front end. I love the LED daytime running lights here, LED standard lights on the front and rear and interior. And let's try to give you a little bit of a profile here. From the front, this is the Lunar Blue Metallic. It's just a real great color. It's very rich. You almost have to kind of get close to see some of the detail in the paint. It's just really, video doesn't quite do it justice. And on the inside, we'll show you in a little bit, it's got an espresso brown leather interior with a dark gray linden wood trim. This is equipped with optional 21-inch rims. They really add a nice aggressive look to the overall package. Illuminated running boards are part of the options in this vehicle, and just that 17-inch rim, really a nice looking twin 5-spoke rim there. Just a great looking vehicle, and I'll try to kind of back up within the confines here to show you a little bit more of that profile. I love those LED lights, how it kind of tapers in more aggressively towards the back. This is all new, all redesigned for 2020, came out here in 19. And I'll show you some of the technology as well, but the exterior fit and finish is just really, really sharp here. Take a look down here. This has the tow hitch option as well too. But a very, very pretty package here. Again, this is the Lunar Blue Metallic with some options on it. And let's go ahead and check out, we'll check out the back and then we'll check out the engine. So when your hands are full, the one touch to open the trunk is very nice. A cavernous trunk here, as you can see, and if you take a look, there's actually almost a full-size 19-inch spare that you have there. You also have the option of third row seats in this GLE, so you can seat up to 7 people here in the GLE. And again, going back to the close, just holding the button down, and the rear trunk lid closes. Let's check out the front. Love the iconic star here. Mercedes, you know, has been building luxury SUVs for about 20 years now, so they've got certainly some experience under their belt when it comes to the luxury SUV market. Inside here, you got a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine making about 255 horsepower, 272 or so foot-pounds of torque. That's good for about 19 miles per gallon in the city, 26 on the highway. You get about a combined 22 miles per gallon while you're hauling all of your 5 or up to 7 people around. All right, coming into the back, you can see the illuminated door sills I mentioned earlier. Of course, the running boards looking really great there. Again, the espresso brown interior, really a nice look with this lunar blue metallic exterior, just really pretty. As far as space goes, again, I mentioned cavernous in the trunk, very similar here. I'm about 6'1" hopping in here, and plenty of room. I'd say a good 8 inches or more. And that seat is positioned where I would normally be at. Some of the options that come with this vehicle, you've got your USB-C charge port, which many may know is going to be standard apparently on the upcoming iPhone 11. You've also got an option here. This is part of one of the packages to get a household 115 volt outlet, so you can plug in the traditional stuff that you're used to at home. But really comfortable in the back here. You've got an armrest if you don't have your third person seated here. And again, the option to get 2 more seats in the back is there for you if you wanted that 7-person seating total. Let's go check out the front. Okay, inside the front seat now, this is really where the magic happens. Mercedes has gotten a lot of praise for their Mercedes-Benz user experience, and that's kind of a combination of the infotainment system, the navigation system, which you see you can customize up here over the gauge cluster. Lots of cool features that you can use, and including her. She's talking to us. That's Mercedes. Every time you say Mercedes, she wants to know what she can do. Let's show off some of the color changes. So you see this green accent lighting, and I touched on this in the A-Class. This is all new for Mercedes in the A-Class and the GLE350. See the green lighting here, green lighting even in the cup holder. So let's try it out. Hey Mercedes, change interior lighting to blue. Let's try it again. Hey Mercedes, change interior ambient lighting to blue.
Okay, I'm changing the color.
So how cool is that? A nice accent lighting. You can set up the accent and the actual bars here. Again, the blue there. And this is a cool feature too. This is just to shows you some of the thought Mercedes puts into this. So say you're adjusting the temperature yourself. If the car were on, I could say, hey Mercedes, I'm cold.
How can I help you?
Hey Mercedes, I'm cold.
Temperature to 63 degrees.
Actually, it's working now, even with the car not on. So, hey Mercedes, I'm hot.
How can I help you? I'm setting the temperature to 61 degrees.
So that's gonna work, obviously, with the climate control. And check this out, say you adjust it yourself. If I hit the up button to make it warmer, watch what color that light turns. A reddish color to remind you that you've turned it warmer, not cooler. And if you go blue, it's obviously gonna be blue and cooler. If that was green or another color, you'd see the difference. It even works on the passenger side exclusively. So if just the passenger turns up the heat a little bit, there you go, just the passenger turns red. Just one of the many examples of ergonomics and feel that's kind of all included. As far as connectivity, pretty impressive stuff. There's a touchpad that you've got to make the changes at home. You get kind of a nice clicking sensation and it's really intuitive. Want the old-fashioned iPhone or Android Auto touch screen? Yeah, you got it. So there you go. Very intuitive. Hitting the home key, going back, setting your radio, your navigation, your pairing. And then one more way, you can adjust the gauge cluster with these little touchpads right here. Again, hitting right or left, this is gonna do, sorry, this is still the infotainment. The left side though is gonna cut your gauge cluster here. I can customize what goes on the speedometer, what goes into the odometer. If I scroll through here, I can make any of these show up within those circles. So driver's assistance, phone, navigation, trip, whatever. Very, very customizable, very, very easy interface for sure. A couple options in this GLE350, the cooled seats and heated seats as an option. Those lights I talked about, you have 64 of those lights actually to adjust for your interior. The Burmester sound system, that's about 13 speakers, I believe, 590 watts of power, really sings like a symphony in here. And let's talk about something called the parking assistance package. I want to show you, it's standard. Look at all these items that are standard for safety and security and convenience. Active brake assist if you don't brake in time, parking assist, blind spot assist, the rear view camera, LED headlights and tail lamps that I talked about. A lot of really cool features that come standard on this car. And it starts at $56,200 is the price. This one's equipped at about $64,140. But I want to show you a little bit more about something called the active parking assist. Now this car happens to have cameras. So when you're parking, you have a whole host of cameras that you can actually access. And those are really helpful to see what's around your surroundings. Let's go ahead and check out how you use the active park assist. So engage parking assistance by tapping this button here on the dash. You can see then the prompts say drive forward to search for parking spaces. You want to be maybe 5 feet or so from the nearest spots on your left or right. And once you drive past a spot here, you'll see there a P shows up, the icon. You tap that P right there and engage reverse. So here we go. Be ready to brake. Save your foot on the brake as needed. And you can see the vehicle's going to go into that spot right there without too much fanfare. And this is really, convenient in tighter spots for sure. So I didn't do anything, I didn't touch anything. Parking assist finished, and that's it. Ready to leave, hit the parking assist button there. It'll ask you which direction you want to go from the spot. So I'm gonna go back the way we came. So I'll tap the left side, and it says engage reverse gear, put it into reverse. Right here is the stalk that I hit to change reverse, park and drive, kind of like the traditional stalks of the past, if you recall. And it's pulling me out, showing me the camera view as well. I've got my foot ready on my brake as needed. It's braking though on its own here, and might require one more turn. I think it's going to get us out. So that's an example. Can you pass these cars here? That's an example of the parking assist option. It's actually the parking assist package, an option here on the 2020 GLE350. I mentioned those cameras. This is an option to work with that standard park assist program. You can choose your 360 degree, just the rear if you're backing up, a closer look at the rear as well there. So a lot of customization that you can do with the feature here, which is called the surround view system. A couple more interior features. You have the wireless charging, which is becoming standard in more cars. This is an option in this car. You can still use the plugs as well too. And the cup holders can adjust to fit your size of your beverage. Just by hitting this, it'll be a little more constrained or wider as needed. So there's a quick look at the 2020 GLE350 from the inside. So how does it drive? Well, that's where you come in to come and check it out yourself. I can tell you it's as smooth as you'd expect, but there are also customizable suspension features there, like the e-active body control, which prevents the vehicle from leaning too much when you go around a corner. That's a 2020 GLE350, and I'm Michael Maley at Mercedes-Benz of Myrtle Beach. Have a great day, everybody.